Better go get a second opinion or whatever. After I go smoke some weed right over there. Why don't we put pen on the keys? Helmets and gear and mouthpieces. This is Washington, D.C. today. And apparently they said there was hundreds of thousands of people gonna blow shit up or threaten the president, but it's weird. They took down almost everything immediately on Sunday, and tomorrow's MLK Day. And look at this. They had other stuff up here the whole time. Looks like they're gonna open up for the public, and that's beautiful because Dr. King was a fucking genius of the world and one of the most important people ever. And that's why I'm in Washington, D.C. And if you don't believe that, ask Bernard Lafayette Jr. why I'm here. And if you don't know who Bernard Lafayette Jr. is, you should ask. Because guess who was there with Dr. King and who took those 400 blows? It's called nonviolent resistance. It's not about being a pussy or a pacifist. It's about winning. I hope to see some of my family because I can't go to church today. But you know I love you, and I do this for all of you and all the kids. I'll tell you what, all these Facebook meetup protests are nice. They got lots of fundraisers and codes you scan and organizations to donate to. The question is, who owns the organizations? Who sets up the Facebook meetings for these so-called protests and rallies? And was there really hundreds of thousands of people here threatening the White House yesterday? Hundreds of thousands. Remember what the media, some of it said, some of it didn't. And this is what it looks like the next day on either January 12th or January 13th, 2024, because I certainly don't know what the fuck day it is, really. So it's a strange life. Why would they say that? But the question is, who developed these codes? And when you donate, are you really donating to all these different organizations that want to help the world, or some stupid fucking punk rockers in Washington, D.C. who are good with graphics and digital shit and good media people? You know, like the people who founded the internet, you know, like AOL Online in Reston, Virginia back in the day, or any other fun stuff like cable television, which was used here, Warner Cable Channel 8 and all these other fun things. Well, that's Senator Warner, and I'm glad he could figure it out, because guess what? We need good people to figure it out, and I've met him before when I represented the Planning District 16 Reentry Council, and I handed him a letter at University of Mary Washington back in the day, which maybe at the time was called Mary Washington College, but that's when I met Senator Warner for the first time. And the first time I met Senator Kane was never, but I've been in his office many times, including just before the pandemic hit, like the week before they shut everything down. I stopped through D.C. when I was told nobody knew the schedule for Congress, yet Congress.gov shows a schedule, and there is a schedule for Congress. So they knew it was going to shut down the week that I was up here beforehand. Wild as fuck. Anyways, very wild. West-west, east-east, north-north, south-south. Who cares? Let's just get it together and solve the problems for the children so they have a better tomorrow. There's not a youth mental health crisis like the buses in Washington, D.C. say. There's a leadership mental health crisis, and they're blaming it on us. Fuck that. We are the youth of today. I'm 51, but there's all these generations to come, and they need our help. So adults, let's adult so we can fucking get shit done and quit making up false claims and false fucking persecutions, whether I'm in D.C. or Reston, Virginia, or anywhere else, you pricks. And y'all know who you are and what you've done. So just be fucking nice to me and let's find some solutions rather than you guys keep using your fucking millions of dollars and powers to fuck me over. And I know some of y'all stole my art too. And I don't really care What I do is for children, including this kind of shit. All children. Her and her baby. Her and her baby and every other single child and family out here that wants a chance and believes in family and God. Whatever way you go to get to God. I can't even make it to church today. And it's Sunday and I like to go to church. And I have a couple options. But Shiloh's my favorite church. And St. John's Baptist over in Arlington on Columbia Pike is my secondary church because I lived in a homeless shelter over there before I was even kicked out of that shelter a little over 2 years ago. And I came into the city with a cart and like $5 and lived at the White House Peace Vigil down there. Then I went to jail for a long time. Look, don't call me insane, just call me crazy. But we're all talking about the Gazanians, but what about the other Palestinians that are in the separated settlements? Look, if these people are like special agents or special forces that go jump around the world and fuck shit up, and then they come back and live in weird tent camps and the government excuses it and they're all over the country selling drugs and people to people, and occasionally once or twice a year they go over to these places and rape the women and beat the fuck out of the men or murder them, you create a whole new class of people. Maybe they're called Gazanians. Maybe they'll be called something else. But we need to stop them. And we need to stop them here at home so we don't keep sending them over for a breeding season to go insane and scare people. Because the people in Gaza are safe, but the ones in the other settlements, nobody's talking about them. Why aren't we feeding the people of Gaza rather than feeding the pugilistic society and this evil shit that we've been backing up and hiding and rebranding constantly from decade to decade, generation to generation, and century to century? Fuck the Pope. I love Jesus. I don't like faggots, but I don't have a problem with gay people. I'm not violent, but I'll punch you in the fucking face or take blows to death to protect my people and my loved ones. And that's what I was doing when I was hurt. I was protecting my wife and her friends and our ladies and everybody else who I care about and love. And fuck you too. And one more thing. This is a wild life, and I may have a son in California named Boaz. And that's a whole other fucking jerk-off, weird-ass, teenage, fucked up, long excuse for shit. But guess what? People kept saying to me, why? Well, guess what? I'm going to show you when I get my x-rays and other medical tests and expose them to the public so we can help other people. And so, like old dirty bastard said, and you fuckers over in the Fairfax County Adult Detention Center pissed me off 2 years ago when you tried to imitate old dirty bastard. But I'm going to do it right here. This is why I met a girl named Maya when I lived way down yonder under some shopping carts and a car. Yeah, I lived under some shopping carts down there and a carpet and some tarps, and Maya got me out of there. And that's why she saved my life. And other people who saved my life were Rebecca and Elizabeth and maybe now Boaz. This is why. So fuck experimenting on people. And that's the problem with the United States of America. We need to make a better place to save all the children of the planet, not just the ones here or on our side of the fucking fence, but all of them. And what about the missing women? How come so many Native American women go constantly missing in this country? And quite in fact, women constantly go missing in this country, all kinds of women and children. And these mirrored buildings, all these mirrors, and all these people who know where the children are. You children revolt, break the windows, videotape everything. You think everything looks the same, but people will find the reflections. They'll find the logos on the uniforms. They'll find everything they can to find and save you children. And we're going to do everything we can from Washington, D.C. to end slavery for real. The Emancipation Proclamation ended slavery on paper. We're going to end it for real globally. And if we don't, we're going to die trying. Right, Fitty? That's right. It's God plan's, homie. It ain't mine. I keep quoting all the rappers. I should quote some hardcore people sometime. Oh yeah, hardcore is everywhere, and rap is hardcore. So let's keep it all Wu-Tang, because Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. And with the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang, this could be dangerous. And Wu-Tang is hardcore. For y'all didn't know, you don't just have to be a punk to be hardcore. And actually, you can't be a punk and be hardcore. You can only be a PUNX. So that's what's up. And this is weird. That's weird that that's open for the first time ever today. First time ever since I've been here in DC, that's open like that. And people are walking under the tape yesterday. That's why I stole a handful of the tape earlier, because it's cool police tape. It reminds me of when I painted a wall so kindly for the police as a volunteer a couple years ago here in the city. And I hope someday to do murals for the city and be a fucking banging artist. Right now I'm a little baby artist. But I'm going to be a banging ass big city artist and be global, worldwide. And maybe even be in the Special Olympics for skateboarding, because I'm fucked up and disabled, and I still skateboard at age 51. We can call it the Disabled Special Olympics Silver Classic, and we can have it at Spot Tampa or some other special place, because skateboarding should be in the Olympics in the winter and the summer, because it's a summer and a winter sport. So fuck you, and fuck the Olympics too. Ha ha.